In this video, we will demonstrate the Risk Register feature in SnapGRC and walk through adding a risk. Welcome to the SnapGRC Risk Management Dashboard. Here, you get an immediate overview of your risk landscape. The dashboard clearly categorizes risks by high, medium, and low, showing you at a glance where your attention is most needed. You can also see the status of your risk treatments, whether they are in progress, mitigated, or accepted. On the right, the risk score graph provides a visual trend of your overall risk exposure over time, helping you track the effectiveness of your risk management efforts. Let's dive into the risk settings. From the left-hand menu, click on Risk Settings. This section allows you to configure various aspects of your risk management framework. First, we have the Risk Acceptor tab. Here, you can assign a user who will be responsible for accepting and approving risks within the risk register. Next, under Risk Thresholds, you can set the specific criteria that define your risk levels. You can establish thresholds for low, medium, and high risks, ensuring consistent classification based on your organization's risk appetite. A helpful note reminds us that high-scoring risks will be classified as critical and require immediate attention. The Risk Profile section allows you to describe your overall risk profile, including thresholds for different risk levels and definitions for low, medium, and high risks. This is where you define your organization's approach to risk management, including risk appetite and tolerance levels. Moving to the risk matrix, you can configure the size of your risk matrix. SnapGRC offers standard options like 5x5 and 3x3, or you can even create a custom matrix to align with your specific methodology. This flexibility ensures the risk assessment perfectly fits your organizational needs. Now, let's explore the risk methodology section. Starting with context, this area allows you to define the internal and external context relevant to your risk management activities. You can add new risk contexts, providing a name, description, and details on external and internal environments and the scope of risk management activities. Under criteria, you define the basis for evaluating your risks. This includes setting your risk appetite, valuation criteria to assess the significance of risks, and measurement criteria to gauge likelihood and impact. This ensures a consistent approach to risk assessment across your organization. The Treatment tab is where you outline your strategies for addressing identified risks. You can add new risk treatments, specifying the treatment option, a detailed plan, required resources, and a timeline for implementation. In the Monitoring section, you establish how risks will be tracked and reviewed. Here you can add new monitoring setups, detailing the monitoring approach, review frequency, monthly, quarterly, annually, key performance indicators, KPIs, and reporting requirements. Finally, under Communication, you can define your risk communication and consultation plans. This includes identifying stakeholders, outlining the communication plan, describing the consultation process, and establishing feedback mechanisms. Now let's go to the core of the system, the Risk Register. This is where all your identified risks are cataloged and managed. You can see various details about each risk, including its basic information, risk assessment details, and mitigation plans. To add a new risk, simply click the prominent Add New Risk button. This opens a new form where you input all the crucial details of the identified risk. Let's walk through an example. For the risk description, we'll enter, "There is a risk that we will be hacked due to antivirus not being installed on servers." Next, you define the inherent risk. You'll specify the likelihood, for example, selecting high from the dropdown, indicating a strong probability of this event occurring. Then you define the impact, which in this case will set to very high, signifying significant consequences if the risk materializes. You also specify the CIA impact, that's confidentiality, integrity, and availability, outlining how the risk would affect these critical aspects of your information security. Moving on, the system allows you to detail your mitigation plan. For this risk, a clear mitigation would be isolate devices into a VLAN. This is where you outline the specific actions you'll take to reduce or eliminate the risk. Following this, you'll assess the residual risk after the mitigation has been implemented, providing a realistic view of the remaining exposure. A key financial aspect of risk management is the monetary value associated with a risk. Here, you input the estimated financial impact if the risk were to occur, providing a quantifiable measure of potential loss. Finally, you assign ownership for the risk. This ensures accountability for its management. For instance, we'll assign Joshua as the owner and Steve as the delegate, ensuring a clear chain of responsibility. You also record the exact date the risk was identified, providing a clear audit trail. Once all these details are accurately entered, simply click Save Risk. The system will then confirm that your new risk has been successfully created and added to your register. You can then view the details of the newly added risk. As you can see, all the information we entered is displayed. From here, the risk can be reviewed, and if acceptable, you can click Accept. This updates the status of the risk within the register, moving it from a draft state to an accepted risk. As you've seen, this comprehensive overview demonstrates how SnapGRC's Risk Register provides a powerful, intuitive platform for detailed risk identification, assessment, treatment planning, monitoring, and communication. It offers a robust framework designed to help you manage your organization's risks effectively and with confidence. With SnapGRC, you gain the clarity and control needed to navigate today's complex risk landscape. To learn more about how SnapGRC can specifically benefit your organization or to schedule a personalized demo, don't hesitate to reach out to our dedicated team. We're here to help you build a stronger, more resilient future.